Good Saturday morning, and welcome to another exciting edition of Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we talk outdoors every Saturday for 90 minutes from 9 to 10:30 right here in Memphis. And this is kind of a different Saturday because next Saturday we will be live from the DU Expo at the Renaissance Center on our regular time from 9 to 10:30. That means we will not have a show in Jackson or Brownsville, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Shelby McCall will be here in the studio. We'll have our crew down there, and but this Saturday we're going to talk a lot about the expo coming up next weekend, and then we're going to talk a lot about the Legends of the Outdoors, which is coming up on the 16th of August. Going to have a lot of fun. Also going to talk to a gentleman that the only deer I've got on my wall in my man cave, I killed it at Ames Plantation. I call it the 1115 deer, and we'll talk about that. Allan Houston has officially retired after 6,000 years at Ames Plantation. I know it may feel like it, but Allan has already moved to North Carolina, to his home country, has retired. We're going to talk to Allan about his career at Ames Plantation and the memories he and I have made over the years. And then I look forward to Allan's retirement party coming up next Saturday night. But I got Frank Barton in studio. Hey, Frank, good to see you.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everyone.
And we have the man on the radio with us is our co-host, Bill Cooksey. Good Saturday morning,
Hey.
Bill.
Morning, everybody.
Glad to have Bill always. And it's good to see Frank because how have you been handling this heat, Frank?
I try not to, but
You got
I
to.
get up. My dogs and I just get up early, and we're out at daylight. And if we're just doing land work, we'll do it for an hour and a half, and that'd be about it. And if we're going to do water work, we can generally go for 2 or 3 hours for that. But that's about it.
Well, now I know we're all from here. I mean, well, Bill has lived in Memphis, of course, but he's also from the Jackson area up there. And, of course, I was born before the heat things came out, Has it ever been hot in July before? How about 1980?
1980 comes to mind.
1980, if I remember right, and Shelby's too young for that, but there was like 10 or 15 days in a row it was 100 or more, it seems like. And every time I see the record temperature that we've been posting and the feels like temperature, they always mention 1980.
It was also dry.
It was dry. And, this hasn't been dry until recently. Now we pray for rain. But the humidity has been added, but we didn't have. Well, of course, we didn't have. What do you call it when it's cold? They give you the cold how it feels when it's cold. They give you how it feels when it's hot. So I'm just wondering, can you fish now, Bill Cooksey?
Absolutely.
All right, see there. And
Absolutely.
That's what my
we
man.
have better clothes for the heat than we've ever had in history. And I didn't. I went fishing when I was having to wear cotton on everything. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't I fish now? Heck yeah.
Well, that's a thing it brings up, Frank. I know the equipment is so much better now, but are we more prepared now? I don't know. I mean, I can't tell if we're more prepared, but we do have more
We're less
toys.
acclimated.
What?
We're less acclimated. We spend too much time inside with air conditioning and heat,
Yes.
and then it feels colder and hotter than it really is.
Yes. And Frank is out there with his dogs. He trains.
Oh, I'm fortunate. I've got a lot of shade in my yard where my dogs stay during the day.
Yeah.
And they're outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring them in at night because that's just my setup. I bring them in at night, but in the day they're out in a kennel, so they're in this.
But they got shade.
They got plenty of shade, and then I run a fan. In the kennel, and then I've also got the kennel. I've got a misting system on it that I can turn on if it gets really, really bad. Cool them off.
It's getting really bad. I mean, it's
cool them off.
80 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning.
The problem with the dogs is
what
when they get hot, they'll just lose. They lose concentration. It's like a lot of us do.
Well, sure.
When they get hot.
Yeah.
And so retriever work, a lot of retriever work is a repetition.
Yeah, okay.
It's doing the same thing depending on where you are in training your dogs. Fortunately, where I am right now with the group of dogs that I've got right now, I'm not having to do a lot of repetition. But if you're at a young dog stage and you're doing lots of repetition, well, you just can't do much in this heat from a repetitive standpoint.
And we got Cooksey on the line. Of course, he has been a judge at the World Championship in Stuttgart and knows the importance of not only proper training but proper observance of all of the new technology we have to know what the temperature is and what it does to the dog and all these different kind of things. And I did notice, folks, that when you go next weekend, and we're going to talk a lot with Logan Evans of DU later in today's show about the different seminars it's going to be next weekend. As of course, if Purina, I guess when one your lead sponsor is Purina Pro Plan, they're going to have a lot of dog work.
I'm looking at the seminar schedule for dogs.
Well, they got them, don't they?
It's a lot of retriever stuff in this thing.
Yeah.
If everybody's careful, they'll be fine. I mean, I can recall in the early 90s, the Chattanooga Retriever Club always had their big field trial in early June, and it was often, in the 90s.
Yeah.
And one year when it was really hot, we had kiddie pools with ice water behind the line at every stake.
There you go.
And
yeah.
If a dog was starting to show any symptoms, pull them off the line, get them cooled off, come back.
And we know that this DU Expo is not like it was in the old days out at DU's national headquarters. It's inside, folks. It's air conditioned. And so I remember how hot those days were out at the Agri Center and that area out there. So they've made sure they've got 100,000 square feet down there at the Renaissance Center, and it's air conditioned, folks. Some of that kind of stuff like that. And I'm sure Bill, he works for the Tennessee Wildlife Federation. I'm sure you guys have put out stuff every year probably, tips and whatever it might be to enjoy the outdoors, but be safe.
I mean, it should go without saying. I mean, if you're over 6 and you don't realize you better stay hydrated when it's this hot, that may be nature's way of just cleansing the system. But you gotta stay hydrated. If you get too hot, you got to come in. But if you get out and take care of yourself, you can still do things and enjoy life. I'm not going to sit inside because it's hot.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's July, but I will notice we've got to mention something that happened this past week on the Mississippi River. I'm sure all of y'all saw it. 3 men were on a sandbar in the Mississippi River. They were fishing and swimming, and all 3 of them drowned. I mean, it's sad to know that they did not take the proper, because that river, and I like what the guy at Shelby Forest, the general store, said, I think he called the river Lethal. Now, I know Bill knows that river, and we've all dealt with it and everything. So it's hot, and people can enjoy the outdoors, but you got to be extra precaution. And I know my buddy Ron Wong always said wore a life jacket. Well, that's hot. They say, life jacket's hot.
Well,
it
sounds
also
like those guys were playing around on a sandbar at the time. And
yes.
Likely one stepped off in a bad spot and others tried to help. Would be
That's
my
right.
guess.
Yeah, right there by the boat ramp in that area where you would think, well, that's safe, man. I'm just right there.
No, there's not a square inch of safe on that river.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and I've been fortunate to be on that river with many different kinds of boats, including Frank's jet boat, and including my buddy James Patterson. Well, we just celebrated another 7 years ago. We had Hurricane Elvis that blew through, and James was on that river with some clients catfishing. We ought to got James on there talking about it because, folks, it's July. The average temperature is still 94. It's still hot. It's still humid. You just got to be prepared to handle things the right way and still enjoy the outdoors. And we have some great places to go now. I just got back from Reelfoot Lake. There's a lot of shade up there to get away from it. I know in U.S. Marshals, I think Tommy Lee Jones was trying to get in some shade up there back then with Wesley Snipes or whoever it was. I can't remember, but
that's who it was.
Okay, yeah, I think some of those people are still up there. They haven't come out of that area more likely. But all right, let's take our first break in the morning. Come right back and talk some more with Bill Cooksey and Frank Barton. Shelby McCall is our show producer, and I'll tell you about what's coming up after that on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And if I sound a little fuzzy, I am fuzzy, okay? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, fuzzy wasn't fuzzy wuzzy. I am dealing with some health issues, but I'm okay. When I get in this room, it just gives me energy. To do it almost 25 years, and so I really appreciate these two guys with me this Saturday morning. Frank Barton. Frank, we've been doing this pretty good while. I don't know how long, but
I don't know either, but it's been a while.
Yeah, we've made some memories, and of course, Bill Cooksey I've known since his days at Avery, and before that has been part of the Mid-South outdoor scene. Went in the Legend of the Outdoor Hall of Fame the same year I did, and I know he's going to have some observations to make a little bit later in the show when Gary Mason comes on, and we talked to a couple of new inductees this year. It's coming up on August the 16th in Springfield, Missouri. But we were on a subject there. I want to kind of continue this a little bit because of the weatherman is really right off the bat now. They're giving you weather twice in one segment because they want to let you know it's hot. Now, I know my dad used to know it was hot because he went outside, and come back in and he said, wow, it's hot out there. We didn't have air condition back in those days. We didn't have air-conditioned car, anything like that. And I think Bill might have hit this. Frank, now, you're a country guy, technically. But you're a city guy and a country guy. Can you remember, or are you're so young, I know that air conditioning. Did you have air conditioning in your first car, your dad?
250. I had a 255 air conditioning unit in my first car.
You did?
Yep. two windows down, 55 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or in some cases, if my mom wants a car, it would be a 455.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool, Frank. I got to remember that. Did you get that, Cooksey? I mean.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out 255 air conditioner. I wasn't familiar.
I wasn't either, but
I'm familiar now because my first had windows and a AM radio that got one station.
One station. Well, I had a 51 Chevy convertible that I bought from my dad for $100 on terms, and I paid it out over a year on terms. It didn't have any chairs; it had lawn chairs in it. I remodeled it and everything like that. But a convertible could give you a nice breeze going down the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had that because all the air conditions were back in big Cadillacs and things like that. Those big things that had the big plastic blowers in the back windows, it seemed like. Because my dad was a car salesman, and we had all those things, you know. But I can remember, you know, they would advertise air conditioning for the theaters. Air conditioning. The theater was air conditioned. Because if you ever been in a theater with no air conditioning, it could be pretty bad. You know,
Pretty rough.
Pretty
Well,
rough.
I can recall, I went to Jackson Northside, both junior high and high school.
Yeah.
And in the 80s, by 1980, the high school had air conditioning, but the junior high did not.
Oh, okay.
So there were a lot of years, we would go to start school right at the end of August, and they would give us a few more days. They just push it back a little bit because it was so hot, and they were worried about getting all the kids in there and making them stay in it because it was stifling. But we were still 95, 98 degrees when we did start school with no AC.
No AC. And, of course,
And
we
windows open and fans going.
didn't go back to school till after Labor Day. We didn't go early like that. So I don't know what they did at Bell Buckle and all places like that. But, and then we're talking about the heat. We're talking to Bill Cooksey and Frank Barton here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And really, as an outdoorsman, we have to be prepared for everything now. We have cooling towels. We have big hats. We have hats with holes in it, hats with no hole, no hat, no, you just about got to have protection from there. That's to me. And
these new shirts
yes,
that we have for fishing that are so lightweight, dry out so quickly.
Yeah.
Air comes through them nice. They cool you. And a big one for me are these inflatable life jackets.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to pull a Ron because I do not leave mine on every minute I'm in a boat fishing.
Ron didn't do
But
it. Yeah.
with those, I put them on when I'm running.
Yeah, okay.
Even when it's hot like this. And used to, I wouldn't have. I'll go ahead and admit it because it's so hot when you put those big padded vests on.
Those orange vests, that was we even had the cushion. There was a cushion now, but now you can
You
get.
still have to have a cushion in your boat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about sometimes we didn't have nothing but a cushion.
Yeah.
Back in those days because all we had was the John boat and things along that line. But folks, you can catch fish now. It's just you got to be at the right time at the right place, right, Bill? I mean,
they're still eating. I've had some good days bass fishing. That's all I've done is bass fish, mostly early in the morning.
Yeah.
But up here, if they turn on, if they start pulling water in the afternoon, the hottest part of the day can be the best time to fish.
Really?
You just have to know the local conditions and when fish will bite. But when there's current on the Tennessee River, when that current starts, that's when fish eat.
Well,
when bass start eating.
You need to tell him where you live now because he doesn't live at Harbor Town, okay?
No, I live on Kentucky Lake.
Oh,
so,
okay. Yeah.
Any of these Tennessee River lakes, any lake that has a dam and current from that dam to generate, the fish are going to rely on that generation schedule for a lot of their feeding.
Yeah.
Obviously, first thing in the morning, right before dark, those are key feeding times, like just about anywhere.
What about night fishing?
I don't do it much anymore. I used
to. Yeah.
For whatever reason, I've gotten out of it.
Yeah. Well, I used to.
It's a good alternative this time of the year.
If you know where you're going, things along that line. But I got to ask Frank. We mentioned it earlier a little bit about training the dogs and things along that line. And maybe Bill will answer this too, folks. You're going to find out a lot of this next weekend at the DU Expo, as Frank was looking through the seminars. I mean, for $15, 12 and under are free. That's a great deal. As many seminars as you can get. Free parking, first come, first serve, right across the street from the Renaissance Center. I'll be there early next Saturday. But, Frank, I know we're talking about preparation, dealing with the heat. Do you change your diets for your dogs in the summertime compared to other times of the year?
I don't.
You don't?
I
okay.
don't. If anything, I'll change it during the winter, during season.
Okay.
Because they're burning more, just because it takes more to stay warm.
Right.
But I don't. My dog's weight do not vary very much, and so no.
Do you duck hunt with your dogs that you run in competition?
Every one of them.
I see there.
That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's that. Bill, you know that. I mean,
it's kind of like calling. It doesn't hurt for a dog to be a whole lot better than you ever need him to be in the field.
Yeah,
and that's what like Frank's dogs, the top level dogs, they do stuff that most hunters don't even fathom. And every now and then, that stuff is real useful when you're in the field.
Well, I know
a lot of steps.
I know a lot of my friends. They're up north in certain times of the summer. You know what I'm talking about? In the Dakotas or even further.
A lot of the retriever people are up north right now.
Right now.
Yeah, Michigan, Minnesota, they go north to train.
Why?
I don't think it's the break it used to be, though.
Why?
It's because
cooler weather. They can train all day.
Because they can do that repetitive stuff, like I talked about earlier, and they can do it over and over and over in the 60-degree temperatures that they're running in.
Provided that's what it is.
Well, that's right. But it's warm up there, but it's not like it is here. And the other thing is the water up there is cooler, much cooler than the water down here. The water down here is starting to get
hot,
tepid.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And it doesn't cool a dog off. That's a good point.
Right. And so I
didn't think
I don't
about
do
that.
all when it in August.
You don't want them jumping in a pond that's 85 degrees.
I won't do a lot of long swims in August.
Oh, okay.
Because the dog can't cool off. They can get overheated in the water, actually quicker than they can on the land.
Really?
Because the
water's so hot.
They're surrounded by water that is warmer or as warm as the air.
And the water's not as deep.
And they're not getting any airflow across them or anything like that. It's about the equivalent of running in heavy cover on land.
Would you say
and you'd never run a
some
dog
of that
in
water
heavy
may
cover.
be 85 degrees?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The surface temperature right here at my house on the Tennessee River is over 90 right now.
Really? Wow.
So you can imagine what a farm pond is.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to be, you have to, that's the biggest problem down here for me during, what we're fixing to come into the worst part of the summer. We still got to get through August, and then the daylight will start changing. We'll start getting more hours. Excuse me.
That's true. Yeah.
More hours of darkness, and the water will cool off better.
Well, we know now, folks. We're giving you a tip because what's going on next weekend at the DU Expo, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get prepared because we're going to do a whole segment on it later in the show. We're going to take a break right now. Then we're going to the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As we talk outdoors, fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming right here on AM 790 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10:30. And we're rolling along here right now, and I hear somebody talking in the background, so I guess we're making connection pretty good. But I got Frank Barton in studio. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good
There's
morning,
that
everyone.
FM voice, and we're going to save Frank for after a while with a John Gordon did a great job, Frank, without you, though. He had no pressure on him when he was here last week and did a great job as the voice. And then also, of course, Bill Cooksy's on the line, Bill, and I know you and I have a little familiarity with Legends of the Outdoors, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't remember you being ridiculed like I was by earlier speakers, but and we don't have him on right now. But we got Garry Mason on with us right now. Gary's the founder and executive director, and the man who, thanks to his wife Cindy, was able to put this thing together on a piece of paper, I think. Garry, good Saturday morning to you.
Hey, Larry, great to be on here with you, everybody. Good morning this morning.
And we've got a guest on right now, Garry. Why don't you introduce this guy, because I think we called him Ronnie and he didn't answer the first time. But how about introducing this next guest?
Well, nobody knows this guy by Ronnie. Everybody knows him as America's cousin.
Yeah.
He's Cuz Strickland, and I tell you, Cuz has been gracious enough over the years to be our Legends of the Outdoors national spokesperson, and I tell you, he does a great job, and just proud to have him by our side. And I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna listen.
Oh, that's something else. He can do that. Hey, Cuz, good morning, buddy.
How you doing, Larry? Look, I'm better from being around people like you and Garry Mason. I was proud to watch you go in, and I was thinking to myself, that's the kind of people that belong in the Outdoor Legends Hall of Fame. It's not somebody that's got a big Instagram or Facebook following. It's people that have been on that grind doing
I've grinded.
What's right. It's just humbling.
Well, I know, Cuz, that your roots are pretty special too. I mean, you were involved with a little company that I still think I wrote the very first story ever written about Mossy Oak. I think I did. A long time ago. Went down there to West Point, Mississippi, but I can't think of a better spokesperson for the Legends of the Outdoor Hall of Fame than Cuz Strickland. So we're getting ready to head back to Springfield again, guys. August the 5th, 16th. I'll be coming up there on the 15th, but how about before we go to Cuz, Garry, fill us in on the details.
Oh, yeah. Once again, the Lord has blessed us with some really, really good people from our outdoors industry of hunting and fishing. And I'm just going to quickly go over the names of the people that are going in this year.
Yes.
And that's, of course, Miss Tes Jolly, Russ Bailey, David Cole, M.R. James, Chuck Jones, George Lynch, Fred Ramsey, Bob Timberlake, and someone that's near and dear to your heart,
yes,
Larry, Ron Wong, posthumously.
Yes.
And those folks will be inducted on August the 16th at the John A. and Jenny Morris Conservation Center in Springfield, Missouri. And I tell you, if you don't already have a ticket to this thing,
you better hurry.
I'd be calling because,
yes.
I mean, Cuz is going to be there. I've got wind that Harold Knight, Brenda Valentine, Joella Bates, Bill Cooksey,
yeah,
and Larry Ray, and the name just goes on and on and on. Mike Pentecost, all those guys and gals will be there in attendance, and it's just like a big family reunion, don't you think, Cuz?
Absolutely, it always is. And, Garry and I are kind of brothers from another mother. It's hard.
Yeah,
I know it real well. And the first time I went to one of these things, I was astounded. I figured it would be just another accolade ceremony, and it wasn't. There was tears in the room, and it's because it comes from your peers and your families there, and it's a very special thing. God bless Garry and Cindy for doing that, and it's humbling to be a part. And he needs to set his bar higher. He calls me their one of their spokespeople, and I'm not worthy of that, but I do my best not to miss one.
Yeah.
because it keeps me humble and it makes me happy.
Well, I think that's part of it. And again, we're talking to Cuz Strickland and Garry Mason, Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame, coming up, the 23rd annual banquet and induction ceremony coming up on August the 16th at Springfield, Missouri, as Garry said, at the John A. and Jenny Morris Conservation Center. And the location means so much, but, you know, when you get up there, we all kind of blend together, and there's not just an induction ceremony, is there, Cuz?
No, it's not. It's old friends, and you know, I've gotten to meet some people that I've read about,
Yes.
seen and heard about, and there's nothing more pleasing when you meet somebody that you consider
Yeah.
maybe one of your idols, and they're just as nice
Yes.
and down home as you thought, and that's pretty common in this hunting and fishing world. Thank God.
Yeah, and when I looked at these, and we're gonna talk to a couple of them on the next segment. Tes Jolly, award-winning wildlife photographer and outdoor writer with the Wild Turkey, of course, and then of course Chuck Jones, a nationally known outdoors TV producer and promoter. I can't wait to see them, and of course I know Russ Bailey, and I know a lot of these great Bob Timberlake, golly. But, y'all, this is going to be a heart-tugger for those of us from Ron Wong. That empty chair. And, Garry, I really appreciate you going to put me up there with you, buddy. We both may break down together. I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee you, you know, that I don't think I've had a year yet that I didn't break down in tears when I watch, you know, I've seen Johnny Morris and Harold Knight, David Hale.
Yes.
I watched Roland Martin break down in tears. And
Yeah.
Like Cuz said, this is a very humbling experience to all of us. You know, it's the day that we all come together as an industry of the outdoors, of hunting and fishing, and it doesn't matter what brand you represent or whose
That's right.
logo's on your shirt.
Yeah.
We're all brothers and sisters, and we get. I tell you, one of the coolest things, and Cuz worked for this guy. I called Bill Sugg last year and told him that Bill Jordan was going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And his immediate words were, "I can't think of a more deserving
That's
guy."
right. Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy that's been across the aisle in competition for many, many years with Realtree and running Mossy Oak. And, you know, that's just the way our industry is. I mean, it doesn't matter whose brand you wear. When we come together, we're hugging necks and shaking hands and telling stories about one another. Right?
Yeah.
Garry, I meant to tell you this before, but last year, right after the event, Jim Ronquist called me, and he said, "Cooksey, that was so much more than I expected."
Yeah.
Everything about it. And we've all been to a lot of events, you know, so you tend to have in your mind what something's going to be like. And he just said, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Well, I think
people there from other parts of the industry that you don't know, but you've seen them on television and all. It's a pretty cool thing.
It was good to see Bill Jordan up there because I know him when he was at Ole Miss as a wide receiver and all those different kind of things, and what has transpired. Then I can go all the way back to Cuz and all the group down there too. But and to see these things, and we're going to come back and talk to Tes Jolly and Chuck Jones on the next segment. But I got to ask you one thing here. Now, I've always wanted this. How in the world did you come up with the format starting at 10:30 in the morning? I mean, this is probably the only banquet that I've ever been to that you better get up early because you're going to be there for a while, and you're not going to even realize how long you've been there till it's over.
Well, what we did is we took a look around and thought, you know, all of us outdoors people are up at daylight most mornings anyway. We got to see that sun come up. It's just every day. And 10:30, by 10:30, most of us has already got a half a day's work done.
That's right. Yeah.
And the other thing is none of us are going to be awake past 8 o'clock at night, so there's no way we can have this thing at night.
Well, Cuz, from your perspective, Cuz, you Garry has put you in a position to help promote this event. To me, nothing against you, Cuz, you know that, but it don't need a lot of promotion, okay? I mean, it's there. And to see this, so tell us, Cuz, what this event means to you.
You know, it absolutely does not mean it means the world to me, and he doesn't need a lot of promotion. I enjoy doing it because I'll read biographies of people that are coming in that I may not have known that name. When I get through reading, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And Garry has blinders on, him and his bride, to find the right people.
Yeah.
And you can't get on the news and find many things that are happy.
That's right.
If you read anything around this, it's good news, and people are very, very, very looking for good news, and this is one place you can find it. That's hard to get around.
Yeah. What about the facility, Garry?
Oh, man, I tell you what, several years ago, Johnny invited me to come out to Springfield and see the facilities and everything that he had. And
we got a couple of minutes. Yeah.
We had outgrown the General Jackson Showboat, and we went out there and we were blown away.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's just a wonderful facility, and there's so much around it, that you can go to, and it's a great place to go to and everything like that. But, all right, we're going to take a break right now. Cuz, we appreciate you, buddy. I can't wait to be up there and see you in August, and thanks for everything that you do. Y'all guys hang on. We're going to switch gears and bring up Chuck Jones and Tes Jolly. We don't need anybody else but Tes, that's for sure. So let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning on AM 790 from 9 to 10:30. Appreciate Frank Barton sitting in with us right now. And Frank, we kind of let Bill Cooksey go because we've got too many lines tied up right now. But we're going to do another segment here on coming up is the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame coming up on August the 16th at Springfield, Missouri, and I'll be up there and look forward to being up there as I do every year. And I know Garry Mason, we got one guest right now. We're trying to get another one. We got a lady that I don't think has to be introduced, but you can go ahead and introduce her. How about it, Garry?
Well, I tell you what, this lady is phenomenal. She's a photographer, outdoor writer, and she's married to a great guy. I'll put that in there, too. I'll kind of give a little shout out there to Jolly. But Tes Jolly, one of the premier photographers in the outdoors industry. She's probably made more turkeys famous in America than any other photographer I know of. But
that's
glad
true
to have you on, Tes.
Hey, it's an honor. I'm happy to join you guys. You are both legends as well.
Well, I don't. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about Jolly? I don't know, but
Well, I think we just call us all a legend.
Yeah,
today.
let's call us all, because she does have her interpreter on there again. That's her husband, Ron Jolly. Jolly, I know you're on there with her and everything. How's she going to act up here in Springfield on the 16th? Is she ready for her speech?
She'd be like a scared chicken.
Why don't you tell the truth, okay?
Well,
maybe a doe in the headlights.
I'm going to be standing there beside her, so we won't let her struggle. She'll get through it.
Have you worked?
That makes me feel better.
Have you worked on your speech yet, Tes?
Well, I'm one of those that if a thought pops in my mind, I better type it out before it bleeds forever.
Yeah.
So, I'm getting my thoughts together.
Well, talk about what this means to you, because I think it's a well-deserved honor. And of course, my wife Miriam and I have known the Jollies for a long time through our association with the old Southeastern Press Association, whatever it might be. They are a great Christian couple, great ambassador for our sport in the outdoors world. But talk about what this means to you, Tes.
Well, it's hard to put into words when you get recognized like this with such a high honor to be in company with people like you and the other inductees this year and all the past ones. And I really feel humbled and a little unworthy, really. It's pretty overwhelming, to tell you the truth, and I'm so honored, and I just want to say that this kind of honor is really a shared one and a testament to all the people and the wildlife and the wild things and to God.
Yes.
You know, you don't get there on your own, and that's just the way I look at any kind of distinction that you make in your life. Is you don't do it alone. You do it with God and whoever else gets you there. So I'm very, very excited and humbled at the same time.
Well, I think a lot of people are on your bandwagon, Tess. I know because you represent so many aspects of the outdoors world, and to be up there for this, and whether it's for women or whether it's for photographers, all these different things that you do, and you touch so many people, and your work touches people. That, to me, that's even better than the work you do, because you recognize that only through God's grace are you able to do what you're doing.
Exactly. And you know what Jolly and I have been blessed to do is showcase God's creation.
Yeah.
I mean, it boils down to that. The way we live, you know, the way people that love the outdoors live their lives, we're all honoring what he put here for us, and to be able to make a career out of, you know, educating people and just showing them the beauty around you, that all you have to do is step outside. You'll learn something new every day. You'll experience something in a new way if you just go out there and immerse yourself in nature. And that's been a very big blessing in my life, to be able to live my life that way.
Do you know when you've taken a good picture? I mean...
yeah, usually.
Okay. What makes that picture special? How do you know? How do you just feel it? I mean, what's...
You mean when it happens?
Yes.
Right at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, with these cameras nowadays, you have more confidence because you can shoot more frames. And sometimes you just know that, I call them a zinger moment, when you just know that the light and the background and the color and the animal and the behavior all come together in that one split second. You know that, you know, all of those days you've sat or walked and waited.
Yeah.
That's what you live for, is to capture something really unique that you can share with others. And that's pretty much my mission. Is I don't want to just do it and me enjoy it. I want other people to enjoy it. And you do. You say a prayer of thanks when you have those moments.
And I know, Garry, you're listening in on this, and she's already done her speech right now. We don't have to have another one, you know. Just
That's right.
Just replay this.
I got it.
It comes from her heart, right, Garry? I mean, you see that. You hear that. So what makes her special, Garry?
Oh, gosh. I mean, when Tes Jolly walks in the room, her smile lights up the whole room. And
that's right.
She's just such an avid professional at everything that she does. And, you know, she, I think, exonerates the attitude that we all have toward living and breathing and working in the outdoors industry. And I can't wait to stand on stage with her. She's one of my heroes.
And I know, Jolly, you're listening and probably saying, who's she talking about Jolly all the time? I mean, what's this Jolly deal, you know? But that's your husband, and
that's my husband.
You call him Jolly, and that's even though that's y'all's last name. But if the connection there, how long y'all been married?
29 years in August.
There you go.
He was introduced to me as Jolly, and I knew him as Jolly from the Primos days.
That's right. Yeah.
I had his videos and his cassette tapes on how to call turkeys before I ever met him.
And so how's she been around the house now, Jolly?
She's the same all the time, believe it or not.
Believe it or not, he says. Okay.
No, I mean, she is so organized and regimented in what she does. And this time of year, if she's ever a little cranky about it all, it's because there's really not much happening photography right now, and if it was, it's too hot to sit in the blind.
Yes. Well, I know
that all starts changing in late September, so we don't have far to go.
Well, folks, again, we're talking to Tes Jolly, and of course, Garry Mason is on there. Fill us in, Garry, before we let you guys go. The date again is the 16th. You still got maybe a couple of days or something, folks. You need to get them tickets, right, Garry?
Right, absolutely. They can reach out to us. They can go to our website and get my telephone number, call us. We'll take care of them. I do want to say one thing. Ron Jolly, who we've been talking to with Tes,
yes,
Ron is going to get the Wade Bourne Outdoor Communicator of the Year award this year. So
he's
going to be honored as well as Tes. But
yes.
But yeah, if you don't have a ticket yet, you need to be getting one just as quick as you can, because we will once again sell out. We've only got 400 seats in the room.
Yes, you better get it, folks.
You want to make sure, and there's one that's going to be vacant because of our brother Ron Wong that passed.
Yes, that's
so
right.
We've got 399 seats. You're going to want to be one of them.
Hey, Jolly, you know who won that first award?
Probably you.
I did.
Yeah, brother.
I did, and I got to call Becky and the family and everything, and for Wade. And, man, Garry, that just pumped my heart up back then. And so I'm so happy for you, Jolly. Man,
I'm proud of him.
Because
I appreciate it. When Garry called me, I thought it was another one of those April Fool jokes in June. But,
yeah, he didn't call you on the radio like he did me, and I was speechless. That's bad for a radio host, But that's a great award, and I know Wade meant so much to so many of us, and I'm just happy for you, Jolly, and I'm glad you could have a little fun too. Okay, Garry, thank you for doing that. So.
Oh man, I tell you, it's an honor and a blessing for me to get to do all of it.
Yeah, no telling what their vehicle will look like coming in, but all painted turkey colors and everything, But hey, guys, thank you, Tes. Thank you, Garry. We're still trying to hook up with our man Chuck Jones. If we can't, we'll get him on before the. August the 16th, Garry. We'll get it back on for sure. Okay, buddy? All right.
Sounds good. Y'all have a great Saturday morning, and we will see you in August.
We'll see you in August, Tes.
Absolutely.
Jolly, see you, buddy. All right, y'all be careful. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. It's time to talk ducks. You ready over there, Logan? Okay, we're going to talk ducks now. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we roll into close to our 25th year on the air. In fact, it's next month. It's almost the same weekend as the Ducks Unlimited Expo that we'll have 25 years on the air right here in Memphis, and every Saturday morning from 9 to 10:30 on AM 790. Good to have Frank Barton. Good morning, Frank, again.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, and I know Frank's a big duck hunter and would love to be there next weekend, but has an obligation that he can't. Bill Cooksy's on the line with Tennessee Wildlife Federation as our other co-host, and, of course,
yes, sir.
Bill would love to be there, and he's trying to work things out. I will be there, okay? It's a fact, right, Logan Evans?
That's right.
I will be there next Saturday morning doing this show live from the DU Expo from 9 to 10:30 next Saturday morning with John Gordon. We'll be in here. We appreciate DU setting all this up. It's hard for me to get excited, but I've been doing this so long that a lot of people said, is he still alive? Yeah. And this is what keeps me going real good. We have Logan Evans on with us right now. He is the Ducks Unlimited manager for national events in studio. Logan has been a guest on this show so much he's going to start wanting to be paid, I think. But it's good to have you here. You know how to get here now.
Absolutely.
You've got a guest on with us too, Logan. How about introducing this guest to us?
Yeah. We teased it a little bit last week that we'd have a special guest this Saturday. And we have that today. So we have Karl Gunzer with us, the director of the sporting dog group for Purina Pro Plan. Purina has been the presenting sponsor of DUX. This will be the fourth year now. and Purina has been a corporate partner with Ducks Unlimited for about 10 years or a little more than that now. So very familiar with the Ducks Unlimited partnership there with Purina, and Karl's joining us today to talk a little bit about the expo and what they'll be offering there.
Yeah, Karl, good Saturday morning, buddy. Thank you for joining us. And how you feel? You ready?
I'm good, Larry. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and I'm with you. I am excited to be in Memphis a week from today.
Yes, so. And I noticed, Karl, man, seminars. Do we have seminars or do we not have seminars?
Yeah, we do. We've got a bunch of great guests, some interesting topics. I mean, it's going to be fun. We've got a wide variety of trainers doing demonstrations. We'll have dogs there in the booth, veterinarians that people can talk to. I mean, we've just got a lot of things going on, so it'll be fun. And
I know that Logan, talk about Purina's involvement in this, because they're taking a step for this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned, they've been big supporters of the expo specifically. This is going on year 4 now. We have a great partnership with them. We love working with Karl and the team. They did everything from the Incredible Dog Challenge, being a part of the expo in Texas. And then this year, like you mentioned, a lot of the great seminars. They're going to have a lot of really unique activations in their booth as well, with some things about nutrition and some different things that can allow the consumer to kind of see what dogs may go through in different conditions and some different things. Won't let all the secrets out there. You'll have to come to attend to see it, but there's some really, really cool stuff that Purina is putting together right when you walk in the first set of doors there at the expo. And
Bill Cooksey, you're on the line. You're with the Tennessee Wildlife Federation. You've been with Avery and a lot of other different places. An event like this coming to Memphis, the main thing, Karl, I got to tell you, and I know Logan knows what this is, it's air conditioned, folks, okay?
Larry, I had been at the DU Festival every day it was ever held.
Me too.
And it was great.
Yes.
And I worked the Dog Village the first couple of years, and then had booths after that. And being indoors is going to be nice.
Yes. And I know, Karl, you don't mind that, do you, Karl? I mean,
no, sir. Yeah, it makes Memphis in August a lot more attractive.
It is, and I think we pumped that like that it's air conditioned, folks, and it's in a great facility. So talk about this, Logan, putting this baby together.
Yeah, so we've been kind of building this thing up for going on almost 2 years now, bringing it back here to Memphis in our hometown, and partnering down with the Renaissance Convention Center here, the old Cooks Convention Center. It's been totally remodeled. It's a very, very nice facility. Like you mentioned, great air, which is good for the heat here in August. So it's a big facility. So it's 160-some thousand square foot of space that we're filling with over 250 vendors.
250 vendors.
So there's everything you can think of from all the different pursuits and all the best companies in the waterfowl world. So bring your walking shoes and be in a nice indoor cooled environment to check out everything that's going to be there.
And there's another plus to this, Logan, and we've talked about this, not just the air condition, folks. $15, free for 12 and under.
That's right.
We're opening the door, folks, at Memphis. You have no excuse. Get there early, get some free parking, come on in, and spend the day. Right, Logan?
That's right. That's right. Like you mentioned and Karl mentioned, there's going to be a lot of seminars, everything from education on how to train a new puppy to all the nutrition facts and other things that Karl can highlight on as well. But there's going to be something for everybody to come and check out.
What about kids, Karl? What's there for kids going to be?
Well, like Logan said, we've got some fun activations in the booth for people to experience.
There you go.
Like, so I don't want to let that cat out of the bag, but I do want to give a couple little teasers. So we will. Yeah. We're giving out free samples of dog food, all day, every day.
Oh.
But also, for the first 100 people by the booth each day, we're giving away a free Avery sporting dog Easy Bird.
Look at there. Bill, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're also giving out 40% off codes for a discount on Pro Plan.
Okay.
Now, that's limited, but we've got quite a few of those. So if somebody wants to get 40% off of a big bag Pro Plan, they'll get a code and then go online and get that discount. So it's and then other coupons for engaging, for doing stuff at the booth. So it's kid friendly and adult friendly too.
And we're going to do something right now on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We're going to give away 10 tickets to next weekend's DU Expo. Right now, all you got to do is email lroutdoors@att.net, lroutdoors@att.net, and all you got to do is give your name, your age, your telephone number, and your address, and tell us why you want these tickets. That's simple, okay? If you can't think of something why you don't want these tickets, then I'll just go ahead and get mine right now. Not only that, for anybody else, but that's 10 tickets. So we're going to give away 2 and 2 and 4. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we got tickets, and we're going to be giving away tickets throughout the week as we get close to next week's show, and we'll probably give some away at the show next Saturday morning too. All right, Logan, DU Manager of National Events. Tell me what that means.
Well, so it's
you guys do a few national events.
Yeah, we do a lot of events all across the country, but from the national perspective, our department, we work on the Ducks Unlimited Expo, as well as our National Leadership Conference, which is going to be taking place at the same time as DUX
yes,
this
year.
Yes, it
is. Yes.
That's all of our head volunteers from all across the country that put on events and their state and everything that'll be here. And then we do also some other conference-type events with our college volunteers and some other smaller things. But DUX and Leadership Conference, that's kind of our main priority that we have in our department.
In this Leadership Conference, we're going to have some guests coming in next weekend, right?
That's right. We'll have all of our volunteer leaders from all across the country.
Okay.
They're going to be coming in. They'll have some of their own meetings and stuff that they'll do, the state leaders, and then they'll be able to be hanging out on the show floor, checking everything out with all of our vendors and watching all the seminars at the Purina stage, as well as at the Mossy Oak stage and all the other stuff going on. So it's going to be a good crowd just from that side as well.
And you have a website. Tell our listeners.
Yeah, we do. So if you want some tickets, if you're not lucky enough to win some of the ones that are going to be given out this week,
yes,
go to duckexpo.com. It's going to have all the information you need to purchase tickets. It's also going to have everything from the floor plan, the list of all the vendors that are going to be there, general information about the parking and all that different type of stuff. So take a look there at duckexpo.com, and that's going to cover everything you need.
All right, we got two guys that are really wrapped up in this, and that's Logan and Karl. Is it ready for the baby to be delivered? I mean, we're 1 week away today.
I think it is. Carl, how about you? I think on our side we're good, ready to roll and rock. Hopefully,
how about it, Karl?
Else.
As long as the trucks show up with all the stuff, we're in good shape. We're ready. We're ready.
Put it on the trucks. And how about you, Karl? Now, how long you been with Purina?
I've been here for 13 years, and I'm fortunate to manage our relationship with great nonprofit conservation organizations like Ducks Unlimited, and then our sponsorship of different sporting dog events. So we sponsor thousands of sporting dog events and organizations every year, whether it's the National Retriever Championship or the Bird Dog.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Not far from you,
that's
all over
right.
The country.
Yes,
and the Master National Retriever Club.
The Master
That's
National.
right.
That's Frank. He came awake when he heard that. But are you based out of St. Louis, Karl? Where are you based?
I live in western Colorado.
Oh, bless your heart. Somebody's got to live there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody's got to live there. And I can
That's
imagine.
right.
What's the high temperature today in western Colorado?
I think it's 81 right now, maybe.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Bring that with you. We'll still take that in Memphis.
Yeah.
No. He's got to go outside sometime, and that's what it is with the heat waves and everything. All right, guys, anything else I need to throw in there? Because this is a real advantage for Memphis. And if you experienced it back in the 90s,
that's right.
Throw that out, okay? This is all new. It's going to be a full-time stuff. The hours, it starts Friday noon to 6. Is that right, Logan?
That's right.
And Saturday it's 9 to what?
9 to 6, and Sunday's 9 to 4.
Okay, are there tickets still available Saturday night?
It's getting really tight. If you haven't bought a ticket yet for the Sportsman's Bash Saturday night, be sure to get online and buy those as well quickly because they're going fast.
They're going fast. Guys, thank you, Karl. Look forward to meeting you down here. If you stop by the radio show, and we'll put a face with a face. Okay, buddy? All right?
That sounds great. I can't wait to meet you guys.
All right, thanks. All right. Good job, Logan.
Thank you, sir.
Logan has now made the circle now. He's been on and out, so now he's back in. But let's take a break, come right back, put it again. That's next weekend, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Renaissance Center, the Ducks Unlimited Expo, and we'll see you there.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, B&M Poles, and Ducks Unlimited.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Once again, it is the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray show coming to you from Memphis, Tennessee. All things that you'd want to find out about what's going on in the Mid-South area with the outdoor world. Yes. You can hear it.
Yes.
On Outdoors with Larry Ray, just as our theme song says.
Yes.
Bird watching, kayaking, hunting, fishing.
Yes.
Retriever world, which is my favorite.
Yes.
And all things you want to find out. So, without further ado, the one and only, the Oracle of the Outdoors.
There it is, Oracle.
Larry Ray.
All right, Frank Barton with a great introduction, as only Frank can do. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
Oracle. I'm sure this next guest will know what that means. You don't hear it much in North Carolina, but I wanted to close today's show out. I know we've had a lot of stuff about the Legends of the Outdoor. We had a lot about the DU Expo next weekend. But Bill Cooksey, I wanted to close this show today with a friend of mine for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I think about him every time I look over my shoulder in my man cave and I see my 11-15 deer on the wall. I didn't think he was ever going to come get me out of that tree stand, but I'm glad he didn't, because he and his son were there that day when I killed the biggest deer of my life, and it's hanging from my wall. It's my Ames Plantation deer, and that's my good friend Allan Houston. Good morning, Allan.
And good morning to you, Larry. You got a theme song? Has it got any lyrics? If it
doesn't,
I'll send you
yes,
some.
it does. I'll send you a copy of it. Yes, sir, man. It's about 12 minutes. It's the longest theme song ever written, I think. No, it's a good theme song, right, Bill Cooksey? I mean, it's
absolutely. It's a great theme song.
Great theme song. And you know who wrote it and who sings it? Don King of the TWRA.
Oh, well, it is good then.
It is good, yeah. I didn't ask you to do it, but...
no, it's a good thing.
It's a really good thing. But Allan recently retired from Ames Plantation. How long were you there?
Larry, it's just pretty close to 45 years.
That's what I thought, yeah. And he was like, what, 5 when you started? I mean, something like that?
Might as well have been. No more than I knew.
Well, one of the first people that I got to meet when I came to is the outdoor editor of the Commercial Appeal. That was in 1988, April of 1988. And I journeyed out to Ames Plantation, and I said, who are you? And he said, well, I'm Allan Houston. And he wasn't a doctor then. He was just Allan Houston then from North Carolina. And we have crossed paths many times, not near as many as we would like to, but we do have jobs. But 45 years, Allan, was that the plan?
No. No. Becky and I, when I got out of college, there were no jobs with my master's, really. Yeah. And so Ames, I'd never heard of it. I came here. The plan was to leave after 2 years and go do what I was going to do, out in the industrial world. But I saw professors coming. I did not even know how to spell a PhD.
Yes.
But I found that, hey, wait a minute, this is interesting. And so I got a chance to go back and get it at UT. I spent a year up there getting all my coursework, prelims, comps, and foreign language.
Right.
And then came back and wrote the thing. And, you mentioned 88. I guess it was 86, 87 I went up there. And then It was 91 by the time I finally got it all pushed under the rug. And for me, Larry, teaching, doing research, managing a bed forest, occasionally getting to go out and run my mouth about something I might know something about, and then raising kids in that environment.
Yeah.
And then a girl, country girl that came from a little bitty town up in Maryland called Washington, D.C.
Yes.
Brought her down there. It worked out well for me. And, you know, I tell students how to judge a job, and I used to have a whole lot of criteria and things went on. But the last group that I had, I told them, folks, look, here's the way to do it. If you're lucky, you can.
Yeah.
You get at the end of your career and you look back and say, yeah, I'd do that again. And that I can say that. I've had a ton of fun and had a chance to be someone asked me, do you like your job? And I said, well, I order. I said, I designed it.
Yes, and you met a lot of people. You crossed paths with a lot of people, a lot of different subjects. And if you notice that name, Allan Houston, that's not the Tennessee basketball player, but it's a man that wrote for the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News for me. And all of a sudden we found out the guy can write. Not only can he talk, well, maybe, but he could write. And Cooksey, you know that, right, Cooksey?
Absolutely. Always knew he could write.
And didn't mind tackling tough subjects. And you did tackle some tough subjects. And still, I don't think that's going to end with you, is it? I mean, are you still going to do some writing? You got to, Allan. Yeah.
Yeah, I set up a room in this house, and it just suits me. That room does. And some of the stuff I wrote for you, I would like to get it together and put it together in a book.
You need to.
And
particularly the stories about your dad. I mean,
yes.
You had some great stories because you and your dad were really close. And
we were, and I miss him so much, and because he was not just my dad, he was my best friend, and we had a lot of fun together.
Yes. Well, we've had some fun, Allan. I mean, I don't know if you remember that day when I killed my big deer. And
I do.
And I said, I don't like it up there in this. Was that the Apache stand? I don't know if that was Apache stand, but I know I was in a stand way up high. And then one other time, I got down from my stand, and I got lost because there was too many Allan? There was too many rubs. And
I've never seen it like that. There was a 15-acre spot in there, and I've never seen rubs like that. And then a fog rolled in, and you couldn't see 50 feet. You called me and said, I'm lost.
I'm lost.
And I said, tell me what you're looking at. And you told me, and I was able to find you.
Was that the next day or 2 days later? I can't remember, but
just a day, yeah. A day or two later, put you in the stand and said, we'll pick you up at 9.
Yeah.
But we hadn't heard you shoot, and we knew you'd eaten. You wasn't going to starve.
That's right, so. Yeah. Well, you and your son were there, and at 11:15, that deer walked by me, and I said, that's the deer. And I just want to thank you for that memory of the 11:15 deer. I don't think I've stayed that long in a deer stand in my life. You know, I mean.
That's a long morning, Larry.
I couldn't get down. I was stuck. You know, didn't know where I was, and I was.
You were motivated.
I was motivated. Yeah, I was motivated till my friend came back and with his young son to help me get that deer out of there. But so many memories, so many bologna sandwiches, Allan. We ate a few of those too, right? I mean,
you betcha. And that was a good deer. But yeah, bologna and Viennese and sardines and crackers and cheese. A king could live on that.
And we did. We did try to live on that. But so many things have happened, and your job was one thing, but at the same time, you started the hunting club, you guys, and things have changed over the years over that. But I think you really enjoyed the people that you met, didn't you, Allan?
You know, I had a chance to rub shoulders with people from the hunters up to professors, you name it.
Yeah.
And I wrote something for the university, and, you know, one of the best days that I could have is when I was around people who had disciplines different than mine, expertise beyond mine, and watch them work and learn from them and try to get something started, everything from ticks to, well, you name it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've studied almost every species except turkey. But from deer to coyotes to beaver to ticks to you name it. Yeah. So I've kind of stood in the shadows and watched people work and helped where I could.
And your official title was what? What was your title?
Well, it was a professor, of course, and then I was the director until they changed the name. The guy who ran the place, director, but director of Ames Forestry and Wildlife Management.
That's it. And I know, Bill Cooksey, you've met Allan. You know, how would
we've walked around Ames Plantation together a few times.
Well, he's taken me through the swamps a few times. I know that for a fact, and actually did come back and get me most of the time. You know, but you know that land better than anybody, Allan. I mean, what is it about Ames?
It gets in your blood, and we say it because it runs for a foundation, so it's private, and the money goes back, timber sales, let's say, back to help run the place, and you actually see what's going on. Now, the foundation got to the point where they weren't solvent. They had to sell some land. And right at 5,500 acres, and I wanted to stay long enough to help get that thing into public ownership, and became the Wolf River State Forest. And the professionals that'll be running it now are just outstanding folks, and they're going to do very, very well with it.
That's good, because it's going to be some changes. Not only that, but you've got other things going on. So we got to let you go here, but tell me. What you going to remember about being at Ames for almost 50 years?
My son wrote a little piece when he went to apply for medical school, and it started off, he had to write an essay, and it said, "My nearest neighbor out my back door is 10,000 acres away." And I told the kids, I said, "You guys never went to camp?" I said, "You guys had to chop cotton all summer." And they just grinned.
Yes.
And it was the formative kinds of things for my children. I can tell you stories of me and my son or me and my dad.
Yeah.
But it's just the great big experience of forestry and wildlife. There are places I could put my finger on and say, "Oh my God, that was good," or "This is really meaningful."
Yeah.
But it was just a long line. I had a big time. There were obviously times when it was very difficult because there were things that had to get done. Yeah. But it was an experience, and looking back, I would say to myself, I'd do that again. So very satisfactory for me. I feel very good about my career. I've had a good time.
Well, Allan, I appreciate our friendship over the years. You put up with me. A lot of people couldn't. I was a raw recruit after Henry Reynolds finally retired, right, Cooksey? And
absolutely.
And I had to step into some big shoes, but I don't wear 9s. I do now. My feet have gone bigger as Henry's. That's something now. I don't know about my head. But anyway, wish nothing but success. God bless you, buddy, for you and Becky and the family over there. And we'll stay in touch, and I'll see you at that retirement, buddy. Okay, man?
You bet, and we will stay in touch.
We will stay in touch. See you, buddy. All right.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Allan Houston. Let me tell you quickly about next week live. How about it? Shelby, you ready? Shelby's got to run it next week. We hope it works. We're going to be doing live Outdoors with Larry Ray from the DU Expo next Saturday morning, 9 to 10:30. But for me, thank you, Frank Barton.
Thank you, Larry. Good show.
Thank you, Bill Cooksey.
Thank you. Enjoyed it, Larry.
Always appreciate you two guys. And this is what I always say. It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else?
God bless the USA.